Good morning. Welcome to Cincy Lifestyle. We've got a couple of cold, hard realities for you. First of all, it's still winter. We found that out this morning. And number two, it's Monday. So, Mona, welcome to Cold, Hard Realities.
Yep, it is cold and hard and real, Clyde. Good morning, everybody. I'm so glad that you joined us this morning. Hey, we're going to warm you up. We've got some good sizzle on the show today, so we're glad you're here.
Yes, indeed. So, Mona, we're going to start with a question. Maybe you could consider this trivia, but it's certainly entertaining. We're going to show you some video here. Watch very closely, and we're going to ask you, why is this bird doing what he's doing? Why is this bird doing what he's doing? A, does he have to go to the potty? B, are his feet cold, just like certain parts of my anatomy were on that video you see at the opening of the show, but that's not what we're talking about right now. C, is he trying out for the dance of the sugar plum pheasants? Or D, he's looking for love in all the wrong places?
I'm going to have to go with his feet are cold. That's my guess. His feet are cold.
No, actually, Mona, he's like that old guy that shows up in the dance bar with the hugely big necklace, trying to be cool and the comb over and all that. He's looking for love. It's just that simple.
Oh, really? Is that a love dance?
That's what that is. That's what that is. We do not know if it works, but the species is still alive, so I'm guessing it works.
Wow. I wonder if the other species or the female, did she give him the cold shoulder?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
That's all I got. That's all I got. Okay. It's Monday. It's Monday.
Okay. All right, then. Well, it was a nice try anyway, Mona. I love it. I love it. Hey, we've got a simple equation we want you to consider for a moment. Entrepreneurs plus growing businesses equal better, healthier communities. Well, that's been the guiding principle of We Are Mortar, an entrepreneurial hub that gives people of color and women knowledge and a network to build and grow their business dreams. And we want to now check in with one of the honchos at Mortar as we discuss Mortar expanding its footprint. We've got Alan Woods with us. Thank you so much, Alan, for being with us. Once again, we point out you're one of the founders of Mortar. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yes, indeed. Let's talk a little bit about your expanding footprint. Yeah, but before we get to that, let's talk about what it is that makes Mortar so successful.
Absolutely. So one of the things that makes Mortar truly successful is our graduates. We have over 300 graduates who have come through our program. They are an elite group of people who are super resilient, who we believe would make it to these goals even if Mortar didn't exist. Mm-hmm. However, Mortar is an accelerator, so we accelerate that process. So we're getting them there faster, we're getting them there stronger, and we're getting them there in a position where they're ready to scale and potentially venture backable as well. So we are helping them to become better throughout that process.
And so how do you measure Mortar's impact on the regional economy?
Absolutely. So sometimes we use the historic metrics of, the income that's brought to the city. Sometimes it's jobs that are created. So when we're looking at $9.1 million brought to Cincinnati last year from the businesses that have come through Mortar, there were 79 new jobs that were created as well. And then when we look at our overall statistics of, sustainability, 71% of the businesses that have gone through Mortar are still in existence. And, that far outpaces the national average of businesses that start and typically fail within that first 2 years.
Okay, so now you've expanded into Covington, and as we discussed earlier, about 4, 5, or 6 more cities. First of all, what are those cities and why the expansion?
Honestly, I'll answer the second part first. The reason for the expansion is because we have learned a lot during this process. There were a lot of things that we want to make sure that we're sharing with other people. So there are other organizations and other people in other communities across the nation who have had the same systemic obstacles that African American business owners and women typically face throughout their process of building their small businesses. So as we've learned things, we didn't want to hoard the knowledge. We wanted to make sure that we were doing our due diligence to make sure that we are carving out a space for entrepreneurs all across America to be able to learn. And so we are, as you mentioned, in Covington. We're also in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Kansas City, Missouri. We're also in Akron, Ohio. And I have a couple contracts waiting to come back this year. We have some big moves that are going to happen really, really soon. I think within the next couple weeks that is going to be thrilling and really change and expand our footprint across the nation.
Well, that's really exciting. So let's connect people who might be interested in Mortar either as entrepreneurs or as supporters of its mission with Mortar. How do they connect with you?
The easiest way is to go to our website. It is wearemortar.com. That's WEAREMORTAR. Or you can call us directly, 513-888-GROW. So that's 4769.
Stunning success thus far, and we wish you continued success, Alan. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Indeed.
With many people still working from home and all the stressful transitions happening in our lives, right now, we could all probably use a good massage. And fortunately, there's a great massage therapist in our community. And right now, I want to welcome to the show Lolitha Perry, the owner of Perfect Touch Helps. Thank you so much, Lolitha, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you having me on the show this morning. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, absolutely. All right, so this was a bit of a career switch for you. So why did you decide to get into massage therapy?
It was. So after teaching primary education for 17 years, and after a traumatic incident that happened to my life, I went through a divorce. I needed more time, freedom, and I need to make money now. So I already had the gift in my hands, which I had been using since a child. And I've been told that I was gifted in my hands. I would work on my parents. I would work on friends and family members and give them a massage, unconsciously knowing that what I was doing was therapeutic for them. And it kind of shifted me into that at the time in my life when I needed it. So what I did was I went back to school for massage therapy, and it was on from there.
Well, you know what? It looks like and sounds like you made a really good choice there. And you say you help clients through individually tailored massage techniques. So tell us what that means and how you do that.
That's right. So first, when a client makes a phone call or books on the website at perfecttouchhelps.com, what we do is do an intake. And from there, we'll decide whether you need a sports massage, lymphatic massage, and we'll tailor massage for your needs. We do chair events, we do chair massages, as well as we're on the cutting edge of innovations. So we're talking about cupping, we're talking about wood therapy, and we're talking about other things, other type of therapies that we use to get to the client where they need to be. And we are looking for measurable results. So the goal is when a client gets up, we want to make sure that they have more flexibility. We want to make sure that their pain level is decreased. We want to make sure that they have increased energy. So whatever they're coming in for, we tailor the massage for that specific need.
I like that a lot. And so we've got to get this in. Talk about how you're keeping people safe during their massage.
Well, we do the ritual screenings. So we do, take your temperature. We use sanitization. We sanitize everything. We do our COVID intake screening as well. And, just like when you go into any other doctor's office. So what you see them do there, that's pretty much what we do here at Perfect Touch Helps.
All
Yes,
right,
ma'am.
that sounds good. That sounds good.
A lot of hand washing.
A lot of hand washing. I'm sure
Lots
that
of
happens
hand washing,
there.
of course. Yes, ma'am.
Well, if people want to book a massage and find out more, how can they connect with you?
Yes, ma'am. So you can book on our website at perfecttouchhelps.com. We currently have 2 locations in Cincinnati. So you can go to Pause Cincy, 2908 Short Vine at Pause, or in Wyoming, we have also Wyoming Wellness, and that address is 518 Wyoming Avenue. And we are down in Atlanta, Georgia right now. We're building up a presence in Atlanta because the goal is to go global. So that's the goal for Perfect Touch Helps. But you can visit us on Facebook, on Instagram at Perfect Touch Helps.
All right. I have no doubt that your expansion will be successful. Lolitha, thanks for talking to us
Thank you
today.
so much. Thanks for having us. You have a great day.
Has your New Year's resolution run out of gas? Do you have the quarantine blues? Maybe you just need a recharge in your exercise routine. Well, today, February 1st, is your day. Literally, it's the start of the Reset Challenge by the YMCA of Greater Cincinnati, and it just might be what you need. So let's drill down now on the Reset Challenge with Jorge Perez, the president of the YMCA of Greater Cincinnati. Jorge, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Clyde.
All right, so tell us what the Reset Challenge is. How does it work?
Well, first of all, if you didn't have the heart to set up a goal for the year and you've been wondering whether you should start, this is the time to start. And if you have to reset your challenge this year, your New Year's resolution, you can do this as well. All you have to do is go to myy.org. That's MYY.org. There's instructions there for you to text reset to a number, and everything is automated. You'll get instructions on how to reset your life. And I don't know about you, but so many of us need to reset right now, whether you're a stay-at-home mom or as locked in as a senior, or you're sequestered because you can't go out. There'll be online activities you can do, and there'll be some prompts throughout the 6 weeks. For those of you that want to go to our YMCAs, you can go to the YMCAs. And here's the best part of all of this. It's free. These next 6 weeks are all about you. We got some funding and some leaders in the community that said we want to make this available to everybody in our community. And so we're signing people up. It's not too late. You can start today.
Okay, we'll get to sign up in just a moment, but what are some of the activities you have planned that will help re-energize the mind, body, and spirit?
Well, that's a great question. Every week we have a certain theme. So physically, obviously, we're going to encourage people to get active 30 minutes a day, several times a week. There'll be some online classes you can take. But we're also going to be talking about the relationships you have with your friends and your family and spiritually. We're also going to encourage individuals to engage in a community with each other, because we believe that when we're leaning in together, we're healthier in spirit, minds, and bodies. And we'll have activities for the kids. We'll have activities for couples. We'll even have some activities that will involve large groups of individuals, all virtually or in person.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's talk a little bit about, and you may have touched on this earlier, but let's underscore the question about fees associated with this.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things we wanted to do is to help our communities reset during this time. And so we did not want a barrier to be a part of our challenge. So all individuals have to do is sign up. We'll get all the information and materials to you for the next 6 weeks, and it's completely free as part of our service to our community. Wow,
that's an unbeatable deal. So let's make sure people have the opportunity to take advantage of this. One more time, you mentioned it earlier, but let's reinforce it. How do people connect with you?
Go to our website at myy.org. You'll get instructions on what to do. You'll have to text the word reset to a number, and everything gets automated from there.
All right. Jorge, we certainly appreciate you stopping by to talk with us today.
Thank you for having me, Clyde.
Absolutely. Mona?
Well, coming up here on Cincy Lifestyle, it's the car of the future, and it does not emit harmful pollutants when you drive it. And we're going to tell you about the world's first mass-produced hydrogen cell passenger car. That's going to be exciting. And then the big game is coming up this weekend, and we're talking about the Super Bowl, of course. And while the action might be focused on the field, we're going to talk safety and technology. We've got all that and more on the other side of the break, so stay with us. Welcome back. Well, many of us will be watching the big game next Sunday, enjoying this American tradition during these challenging times. And while behind the scenes, public safety experts face the challenge of keeping everyone safe during the pandemic. And right now, to tell us more, I want to welcome Bill Bratton, the former police commissioner of Boston, Los Angeles, and New York, and Andres Irlando, the SVP and president of public sector at Verizon. Welcome to you both, guys.
Great to be with you.
Absolutely. Well, Commissioner Bratton, tell us about some of the safety preparations that are involved with hosting a really large scale like the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl is about as big as it gets in terms of a large-scale event, and as you'd expect, a lot of planning goes into it. In this case, almost 2 years of planning on the part of public safety agencies. The Tampa Police Department, Tampa Fire Department are going to be assisted by an extraordinary array of other agencies. And as you might expect, it's going to be critically important that they can all talk with each other, they can communicate with each other. And to that end, Verizon has worked over these last couple of years to ensure that they have the capacity and capability to allow these agencies to be able to communicate. And I had the privilege of running a Super Bowl event in New York City as commissioner in 2014. And for the last several years, worked with Verizon in Super Bowl cities. So I've seen firsthand all the time, effort, and energy that goes into making sure that the public has a safe, happy, enjoyable experience. And that will be the case this Sunday at Super Bowl 55.
All right. Well, Andres, tell us, how is Verizon supporting the city of Tampa and first responders in the Super Bowl preparations?
Mona, for decades now, Verizon's been working side by side with first responders and public safety agencies to ensure a safe and enjoyable Super Bowl. And this year is no different. We've got our Verizon Command Center up and running, where we've got 100 plus engineers and technicians who are monitoring and managing our network around the clock, both at the football stadium as well as in Greater Tampa. We're also on site at the Florida State Joint Emergency Operations Center. This is where we work side by side with law enforcement and public safety agencies to ensure really tight coordination and collaboration. And, we've got some wrinkles this year with COVID for sure, but our commitment as America's #1 network for public safety remains the same, which is we've got to ensure that first responders are connected when it matters most, whether that's to America's most reliable 4G LTE network or the world's fastest 5G network from Verizon, or it's to make sure that they have the most advanced solutions and technologies to keep the community safe and themselves safe during this big event.
You know, it sounds like you all are ready and prepared for everything. So where can people go for more information about Verizon and how you are supporting those at the Super Bowl?
Yeah, we'd ask people to go to verizon.com/public safety for all the great news and information on how we're supporting this year's Super Bowl.
Very good. Andres, Commissioner Bratton, thank you both so much for talking to us today. Really interesting. We appreciate it.
With the new administration comes concern and interest in protecting the environment. The automakers have ramped up their efforts to research, design, and manufacture vehicles that meet this challenge. Hillary Lane has details.
We're in the midst of a climate crisis, from a record hurricane season in the Atlantic to wildfires that ravaged the West, soaring temperatures, and severe flooding and droughts. The vehicles we drive are the largest contributors to global warming, according to the EPA. That's why the alternative fuel and electric car industry is booming. Toyota is at the forefront with a vehicle like the 2021 Toyota Mirai.
This is a vehicle that not only has amazing styling and design, incredible handling and performance. We truly believe that there is a future for hydrogen, and it will only continue to grow.
The Mirai is the world's first mass-produced hydrogen fuel cell passenger vehicle available for purchase.
That combines hydrogen from the tanks with oxygen from the air to form water that goes out the tailpipe, and a byproduct of that reaction is electricity, which drives the vehicle.
A standard electric vehicle needs to charge up to 12 hours at a charging station or at home, and it can travel about 250 miles or more on one charge. The Mirai fills up in approximately 5 minutes and has up to a 402 EPA estimated driving range on a full tank. Journalists who have taken the Mirai for a spin praise its design, environmental impact, and drive quality.
This seems extremely refined, very luxurious. I'm very impressed.
The new Mirai is the lowest cost zero-emission vehicle that offers an EPA-estimated 400-mile range.
It's part of Toyota's commitment to significantly reduce carbon dioxide emissions
by 2050.
The Mirai is currently available in Hawaii and California.
And the technology is not only a step in the right direction for the environment, but also for the economy.
As we look toward the future, we should do things that will help have a lasting positive impact for not 5, 10 years from now, but 20, 30, and 40 years from now. Small delivery vans, medium and heavy-duty trucks. The entire world is recognizing that there is going to be the need to have hydrogen energy.
Industry experts see hydrogen power as a reliable source to fuel transportation now across the country and the world. This is Hillary Lane.
Fascinating. Now, for more on how hydrogen fuel cells can be an energy transportation solution, you can visit toyota.com/Mirai. Stick around, we'll be right back.
And that's Cincy Lifestyle for today, Monday, February 1st. Hey, we're expecting some snow a little bit later on today, so be safe out there, and we'll see you tomorrow. Make today a great day. Thanks for watching our video, and if you liked what you saw, hit the subscribe button. You can also check out full episodes of the show you've never seen before, or watch your favorites again and again. And as always, we love to say it, make it a great day.